They say the average lifespan of a musician is 57 years old. Now we can look at greats like Michael Jackson and Prince and others and see that that's true. So it was important for me to come up with these self-care tips for songwriters, producers, and musicians. Let's get into it. Now, the first and very most important tip is we have to eat better. As people, we eat about 2 to 3 or 4 times a day. And a special thing happens when we eat food. When we eat food, our body is looking for the minerals. Our body is looking for the nutrition from the food. So a lot of times we generally overeat because we don't put anything of substance in our bodies with minerals because every organ in our body needs a certain amount of minerals and nutrients to operate, like our eyes, our heart, our organs. So if we load up on a diet filled with starch or meat or just trash, our organs begin to break down. So a lot of times as musicians, our life is such on a go that, we just put anything that we can in our body, like fast food or just junk or just whatever quick food we can. So we have to eat better. The second tip aligns with the first tip is you have to drink water. Our bodies are about 77% water, so we have to put in our body what it's made of to operate. Every cell in our body needs water to carry nutrients from place to place, organ to organ. So we have to be able to get in enough water to be able to keep our bodies going because a lot of things in our body depend on water to repair itself, such as our muscles. You know what I mean? Like I said, for our cells transferring nutrients from place to place. So water is just essentially is essential to the body. We have to have water. So the next thing is we have to get off the drugs. A lot of us as musicians, we use drugs to stimulate our thought process. Maybe we're not feeling as confident, so that shot of liquor is that cup of confidence that we're looking for. Or either we're just trying to get on another plane, another wavelength. So those drugs or those pills we might look at as being something that could help us deliver. I've been in the studio with certain artists that just could not perform or get in the studio record without drugs. And then over time, they had health issues. So we have to begin to program ourselves to know that we can perform without drugs. So it's just conditioning. The more that you condition yourself without drugs, the better you'll be because long-term health effects will definitely do us some harm. So get off the drugs, look for other paths, maybe try meditation. If you know that you can't stop smoking weed, maybe get it in another form, like eating the weed or having it in a healthier form or healthier edible. Try to find it as organic as possible. Because at the end of the day, when you put fire to any kind of substance, you change the molecular structure of that thing. So try to get, if you're going to deal with marijuana, try to have it organic and then don't smoke it. And I would definitely, eat it. So that's just one of my tips. The next tip is we have to hit the gym. Now, we want our bodies to do all of these special things, but we don't give back to it. We have to take time out of our day, every day, to give back to our bodies because our bodies are working so hard for you. Just think about your heart. If your heart just stopped for 1 minute, you would die. If your organs stopped performing for 5 minutes, you would die. So we need to be able to give back to our bodies because a lot of organs in our bodies are just simply muscles. So we need to go to the gym. We need to train and condition ourselves, get in a little cardio, get in a little strength training, even if it's 15 minutes. That 15 minutes over the course of our lifespan will help us live a lot longer. So we need to be able to perform, but we need our bodies to perform for us. So we have to do and condition ourselves and condition our bodies to perform for us. So we have to hit the gym. Remember, gym, gym, gym. Another tip is stop stressing what you can't change. Things happen in life where they're just out of our control. We can't change them. We have to be able to just control what circumstances that we can and be able to just go forward. Because at the end of the day, some things will just always be there. Some pains they happen, some tragedies happen, but we can't change them. We have to do the best that we can with the circumstance that we have to go forward. So I'm not saying don't trip off the stress, but we have to learn how to deal with our stress and go forward. Some things we just can't change. Let's just go forward. The last self-care tip I want to give is we have to get some rest. Now, I know as songwriters, producers, musicians, artists, we're team no sleep. And we like to generally work all night, especially in the nighttime, because at night there's no energy around to disturb us. But not getting rest has its ramifications. When we don't get rest, we can't focus, and it puts a lot of stress on our bodies, especially our organs. So when those organs don't get an opportunity to repair themselves because of the lack of sleep, then we begin to see things like stroke, heart attacks, um, other things, brain damage. So we have to get rest at least 7 hours a day, 7, 8 hours a day. I try to get in 9 hours, but sometimes it's just impossible. So at least 7 hours a day so you can be mentally focused, mentally ready. So those are my self-care tips for musicians, artists, songwriters, and producers. Remember, you have to take care of yourself. Your body is important. You are important. I want you guys to have a successful career. I want you to have a long, 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 long career. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. It'll take care of you. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. Thank you for rocking with me.